You found this for a reason. Not by accident, not by chance. Something inside you was searching, even if you did not say it out loud, even if you tried to ignore it. That quiet feeling, that weight in your chest, that sense that something is not right. You have been carrying it for days, for weeks, maybe even longer. And no one really noticed. You smiled, you spoke, you showed up. But inside, you felt lost. Not completely broken, but not fully okay. Like you were walking, but without direction. Like you were living, but without connection. And that feeling, it is heavy, because it is silent. No one hears it, the way you feel it. But listen carefully. This moment right now, this message, it is not random. It is reaching you, because something inside you is ready to return, ready to come back to yourself. Because you did not lose who you are. You only drifted, slowly, quietly, without even realizing it. It happens when you give too much, when you think too much, when you care too much, when you try to be everything for everyone. You start leaving yourself behind, piece by piece. You stop asking what you feel. You stop noticing what you need. You stop listening to your own voice. And one day, you wake up, and something feels missing. That something is you. The calm you. The clear you. The one who knew what felt right. The one who trusted without fear. That version of you is still there. Still waiting. Not gone. Just quiet. Because life got loud. Because people got confusing. Because emotions got heavy. And somewhere in all that noise, you lost your connection to yourself. But listen, you can come back. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, right now, in this moment, you can start returning. It does not require a big change. It does not require a perfect plan. It starts with something simple. Awareness. Just noticing that you have been feeling lost, without judging it, without fighting it, just seeing it. Because the moment you see it, you are no longer fully lost. You are becoming aware, and awareness is the first step back. Now take a moment and be honest. Have you been feeling tired? Not just physically, but inside, like your energy is low, even when you rest. Have you been overthinking small things, replaying conversations, questioning yourself, wondering if you did something wrong? Have you been feeling disconnected from people, from things you used to enjoy, from yourself? These are not random feelings. They are signals. Your body, your inner self, is trying to tell you something. It is asking you to slow down, to listen, to come back. Because you have been going in a direction that is not fully aligned with you. Maybe you said yes when you wanted to say no. Maybe you stayed when you felt like leaving. Maybe you kept quiet when you needed to speak. Maybe you ignored what your heart was telling you. And every time that happened, you moved a little further away from yourself. Not on purpose, but it happened. And now you feel it. That distance, that emptiness, that confusion. But here is the truth. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are just disconnected. And what is disconnected can be reconnected. Gently, slowly, honestly. So do not panic. Do not rush. Do not try to fix everything at once. That will only make it worse. Instead, come back in small ways. Start with your thoughts. Notice how you speak to yourself. Are you harsh? Are you blaming yourself? Are you constantly doubting? If so, pause. Because that voice is not helping you return. It is pushing you further away. Replace it with something softer, something real. Tell yourself, I am figuring it out. I am allowed to feel this. I am allowed to slow down. I am allowed to not have all the answers. You truly are. Now listen closely. There is something important you need to understand. Feeling lost is not the end. It is a sign, a signal, that something inside you is ready to change, ready to grow, ready to realign. Because no one feels lost without a reason. It happens when your current path no longer matches who you are becoming, and that creates tension, confusion, restlessness. You feel pulled, but you do not know where to go. That is where you are now. In between, not where you used to be, but not yet where you are meant to go. And that space feels uncomfortable. But it is necessary, because this is where clarity begins. Not all at once, but slowly, quietly. Like everything else, you just need to stay present, stay open, stay honest. Do not run from this feeling. Sit with it. Listen to it. Ask yourself, what feels off? What feels heavy? What feels forced? And be truthful. Even if the answers are uncomfortable. Because honesty is how you find your way back. Now take a breath and notice something. You are still here, still trying, still searching. That means something. That means you have not given up, even if it feels like you have. A part of you is still holding, still looking for light, still wanting peace. That part of you is your guide. It knows the way back. You just need to listen. More than you listen to the noise around you. More than you listen to other people's expectations. More than you listen to fear. Because fear will keep you stuck. It will tell you, stay where you are. Do not change. Do not risk anything. But staying lost is not safety. It is slow disconnection, and you deserve more than that. You deserve clarity. You deserve peace. You deserve to feel like yourself again. And you will, but not by forcing it, not by rushing, by allowing, by noticing, by returning, one step at a time. And here is something you may not expect. The moment you start coming back to yourself, things around you will start to change. People may feel different. Conversations may feel different. Situations may no longer fit. That is not a problem. That is alignment. That is your life, adjusting to the real you. So do not be afraid if things shift, if things fall away, if things no longer make sense. Because you are not losing. You are refining. You are choosing. You are becoming clear. And clarity changes everything. It changes how you see, how you feel, how you decide. And most importantly, it changes how you treat yourself. With more respect, more patience, more honesty. And that is how you come back. Not by becoming someone new, but by returning to who you always were. Before the confusion, before the pressure, before the noise. That version of you is still there, waiting, calm, steady, real. And you are closer than you think, closer than you feel. Because right now, in this moment, you are already turning back. You are already reconnecting. Just by listening, just by being here, just by allowing this message to reach you. This is your starting point, not the end, not the failure, the beginning of finding yourself again. Slowly, gently, honestly. And you are not alone in this, even if it feels like it. Many people walk through this phase, but not everyone stops to understand it. You did, and that matters. That changes everything. Because awareness leads to clarity, and clarity leads you back to yourself. And now, stay here for a moment. Do not rush away. Do not distract yourself. Just stay. Because this is where it begins. The quiet return back to you. You may not feel it fully yet, but something inside you is softening. Something inside you is opening, and that matters more than you realize. Because when you have been lost for a while, you build walls not to protect others, but to protect yourself. From disappointment, from confusion, from feeling too much. So you close off, you become careful, you hold back, even from yourself. And slowly you stop feeling deeply. You stop trusting easily. You stop being present. But now, something is shifting. That wall is not as strong as it was. There is a small opening, and through that opening, light is coming in. Not all at once, but enough. Enough to remind you that you are still here, still capable, still real. And that feeling, it might be unfamiliar, but it is right. Now listen, coming back to yourself does not mean everything becomes perfect. It does not mean you suddenly have all the answers. It means you become honest with what you feel, with what you need, with what no longer works. And that honesty, it will guide you, even when things feel unclear. Because truth has direction, even when it is quiet. Now ask yourself something simple. What has been draining you lately? Not what others expect, not what looks right, but what feels heavy. What makes you feel tired, even when you try to ignore it? That is important. Because what drains you is not aligned with you. And the more you stay there, the more lost you feel. So do not ignore it. Do not push it aside. Acknowledge it, without fear, without guilt. Because you are allowed to choose what feels right for you. You are allowed to step away from what does not. And that choice, it may feel difficult at first, but it is necessary. Because staying disconnected is harder in the long run. Now think about this. When was the last time you truly felt like yourself? Not performing, not pretending, not adjusting, but simply being calm, present, at ease. That version of you still exists. It did not disappear. It just got buried under expectations, under pressure, under noise. And now you are slowly removing those layers, one by one, not by force, but by awareness, by choosing differently, by listening more closely to yourself. And that process, it takes time. So be patient with yourself. Do not expect instant clarity. Do not expect everything to make sense right away. Because growth is not loud. It is quiet, in small moments, like this one, where you pause, where you reflect, where you feel something shift, even slightly. Those moments, they matter, more than big changes, because they build a new direction, step by step. Now there is something else you need to see. Sometimes, feeling lost is not about where you are. It is about who you are surrounded by, the energy around you, the people around you, the conversations you engage in. If you are constantly around confusion, negativity, pressure, you begin to absorb it, even without realizing. And slowly, it affects how you feel, how you think, how you see yourself. So take a moment and notice, do you feel like yourself around the people in your life? Or do you feel like you have to shrink, to adjust, to stay quiet, to avoid conflict? Because if you do, that is not alignment. That is survival. And you deserve more than survival. You deserve to feel safe, to feel seen, to feel understood without having to change who you are. And sometimes, coming back to yourself means creating distance, not out of anger, not out of rejection, but out of respect for your own peace, for your own clarity, for your own energy. And that is not selfish. It is necessary. The more you protect your energy, the clearer you become, the lighter you feel, the more connected you are to yourself. Now listen carefully. There is something powerful happening right now. Even if you cannot fully explain it, you are becoming aware of what feels right and what does not. And that awareness is guiding you, even in silence. So trust it, even if it feels unfamiliar, even if it feels uncertain, because your inner voice, it does not shout, it whispers. It gives you small signals, a feeling, a thought, a moment of clarity. And you have been feeling those moments, haven't you? Small realizations that came out of nowhere. Moments where you paused and thought, this does not feel right.